Hey guys, welcome back to another P3D video. Today we are going to be flying this Korean Air 747-8. It's been a super long time since you last flown this aircraft, and today we're flying a Korean Air. We are currently sat on the ground at Paris Charles de Gaulle. This is by Taxi to Gate, especially made for P3D version 4, and there is a little bit of a glitch in the background, so sorry. Got the new GSX update, of course, and obviously you can probably guess where we're flying this bird off to. Flying it back to its base in Seoul Incheon International Airport, and I hope I pronounced that right. For those of you who have already noticed and got those beady eyes, you may have noticed this SkyTeam logo is a bit messed up. I can't do anything about it. PMDG have just messed up, I guess. So yeah, not my fault. I can't believe PMDG themselves actually messed that up. But if anyone works for PMDG, fix that. So yeah, we are currently at gate Kilo 21, and we are parked at the 777 mark, which is weird. There's no 747 marker, I guess you could say. And Korean Air do park at this stand, according to the AFCAD, so that's why I'm parked here. So yeah, let's go inside the cockpit, and GSX is bugging us about doing some closing of the doors, so we'll do that now. We're going to get the battery turned on, and we'll get the external power connected up like so. And the standby power can go to auto, and we can align all the IRSs like so. And mode 6 the lights can be armed. That's on, sorry. And this whole page is fine, this whole side's fine, the window heats can go on, all of this side is all good, that can reset, and the packs can go on because we do have the air conditioning unit, and that light can go on. Gonna wait for all of the FMCs to properly power up. We've got the EFB in this wonderful aircraft. We'll take that to the performance page, ready for our takeoff calculation. We'll go to the FS Actions page, and we'll load up our fuel and payload for today's flight. So we're flying all the way over to Seoul, and that's about 10 hours long, and we're going to be taking on about, apparently, well, PFDX is saying, sorry I can't speak, saying we should take on 12 hours of fuel for a 10-hour flight, but that's okay. And that will be 121 tons. Yep, that's a lot. 0.1, there we go. Actually, I think it's going to be in, not the point, just everything basically. And there we are, and that's 63% of the actual aircraft's capacity, so this aircraft can fly a lot further. So, zero fuel weight for today will be 282.8 tons, and that will set us back at 83.4% load level with, well, I can't do maths today. Actually, that's actually going to be a nice round number, actually, thinking about it. Let's try and do it now. That is going to be 390 people on this plane, so that's a lot. Right, so that's 390 people. Let's go and tell GSX we're ready to board. I do want to double check that is 390. If you haven't checked my GSX video on about estimating passenger number, actually typing in yourself, I do recommend going and seeing it. If you have watched it and think it's a load of rubbish, well, it's not, because GSX thinks we should load on 629 passengers, and we can only load on 390. So there we go. 390 coming on the aircraft. We've got 2 jetways, so it won't take too long. So yeah. All the overhead's all good for now, because there's nothing much to do until APU start, basically. Seatbelt signs can go on. We've got the fuel on, or like instant fuel. It's like instant coffee, but instant fuel. Doors, we will go and open up the cargo doors, like so. And when we get the jetways connected up, if they stop moving, then I'll open up the doors. This front one's connected up, just waiting for the aft one, so open entry 1, and then wait for entry 2, or the jetway 2 to connect up. And then we open up entry 2 on the left. So we're just going to wait for that to stop moving, and that will look good. Oh, there's 2 Air France's taxiing down there. And that stops, lovely, and it's going to open up entry number 2. Don't need that FMC anymore. We're not on 80 on that sim, but we still, I like to set 122.8 just for a good practice. Weather and turbulence for the weather radar. We're not turning on the weather radar, that's fine, but it's just setting it up. Could take the FMC on both of these. That can go to stay on the legs page basically for the whole flight, unless I need to do anything else. Let's go and tell the aircraft where we are. So we're at Paris, Charles de Gaulle. We're at Kilo 21. It may or may not take it. It does, wonderful. Put in our RS position. Route, we are going from Paris, like so, and we're flying off to Seoul, Incheon Airport. It's RK, not KR. No, I was thinking KR. So Kilo Romeo, Kilo Romeo. Did it again. I thought Kilo. Okay. Romeo Kilo. I'm not going to edit this out. This is too funny. Sierra India. There we go. Got it in the end. You know what? That's meant to be the company route. Didn't mean to enter that in. Let's take that and then there you go. Got that the right way around that time. If you want to replicate the route I'm doing today, here it is. I'm just going to scroll through it right now. Just pause the video if you want to copy the whole route down. If you want to do exactly the same route as me. Departure runway today will be 27 right. That's the northern runway at Paris Charles de Gaulle, which is over there. We just see these those Air France's taxiing sort of to the I want to say 26 left or 26 right. Sorry. Did I say 27 right? It's just going to be 27 left because 27 right, if I remember correctly, is the tiny runway. 27 left is the one we want to depart out of. That's a bit more runway length. And that is actually the longest runway at Paris, so we're quite heavy today with all the people on board, so it's good to have the longest runway available. Sorry. We are going to be Korean Air. Oh, I don't know what the call sign is, but Kilo Alpha Lima 904. Activate and execute. It does say data link fail, but what we're going to do is go to this menu, data link pre-flight, and we'll just enter it in ourselves here. So Paris. I keep getting that data link fail. No matter what I do, if I do the route select or whatever, it still fails, which is weird. So Paris to Seoul. Estimated time en route will be 10 hours and 7 minutes apparently. Estimated time of departure is going to be, well, about 20 to 25 minutes now. We'll say 25 minutes from now, which is going to be 16:45, which we'll enter in there. Our airline ID is KE, like so, and that's all entered. And what we're going to do is just wait until that says data link connect, and then we will start connecting it, and then we'll get our whole UI status, which basically means our time en route, our block time, and it gives us all of that stuff. So we don't have to start our clock, it's all automatic, which is really good. 0 fuel weight can go in. Reserves is obviously going to be 4 in this blooming aircraft, it's massive. 3, oh, what's that going to be? Our cruise. The real world began to cruise at 330, and that's what PFPX says, so that's fine. Cost index, I don't know. It's not on my document that I use to find my cost index, so I have no idea. But I'm just going to give a wild guess, or like a standard around about 75, halfway between 50 and 100. So I don't know. If anyone does know in the description, please let me know. That'd be very useful. Thrust limit. Well, we don't know any of our takeoff calculations yet, so what we're going to do is go over to the EFB, copy FMC data, and we start filling all of this stuff in. So, is it 31 degrees at Paris right now? It's not, it's 32 degrees. Wow. So, we will go and type in the winds, which is 290 at 9 knots. It is 32 degrees, and the QNH is 1010. And we're going to take off full power, optimum on the flaps, air conditioning off, I think maybe. We'll keep it on and see if we can do that. And calculate. And yeah, we'll get a set temp of 49. Can we do D-rate 1? No. So we'll just do that, and we'll do a select temp of, what was it again, 49 or 59? 49, cool. And there we are. And we're looking at 98.4% on the N1. So 49, we'll enter in here. And not climb 1, still full power climb. Flaps, what was it? Was it 10 or 20? It was flaps 10. CG can go in. and our V-speeds are 163, 175, and 186. So 163, 175, 186. Just double checking. Yep. Cool. Takeoff burst weight will be around about 403 anyway. And that's just deleted all of those. Wonderful. Let's go into everything else so it doesn't delete it again. 290 at 9 knots. Runway slope, I don't know, we can put 0. And good departure and arrival. So we're departing out of 27 left, and PFPX has given us a departure route out on the Rannox 2 Alpha departure, so we'll enter that in like so. And now we're entering our V-speeds, and hopefully they don't get deleted. So 163, 175, and 186. Like so. Now we're good. Hopefully that doesn't get deleted. If it does, then I'll get very annoyed. 1 minute till RS is aligned. Right, let's go up to here and we'll set up everything here. So HPA can come on. Oh, that syncs, doesn't it? And what was it? 1010. Does it say down there? Yes. And this side we'll get the terrain data traffic. In fact, I get traffic on this side as well, and the VORs. Wonderful. I don't know if we've got the airport map actually, but we'll see once the IRS is aligned. I think the airport map doesn't work at Seoul. I think it's because I'm using like addon.xml, and it's not actually through the CNU library. It doesn't work very well. This definitely does work. What's the yellow? That's weird. I don't know what the yellow runways mean. Those are yellow, but these aren't. That's weird. So you can see where we parked. We've got a long taxi to the runway, but hey ho. I had a ding dong. Let's connect that. Okay, I'll let GSX do some boarding. About 100 people left to go, and we're looking at. Well, these aren't correct. Boarding's almost finished, baggage wise, but I may have to go in the config for the 747, sorry, 8. That's weird. Hey ho, the Queen is getting baby baggage, let's say, on her today. Take a look at Paris again. What a wonderful scenery. Taxi to Gate Paris, enormous and amazing. Cool. So, we've got not much to do now. So here's our whole takeoff and everything, or our whole flight. We've got no restrictions on our departure, so we can climb all the way up to cruise. We're going to be stepping at 350, where is it? Here, at the waypoint round about Russen. And then we're going to be stepping up again at 370. And then do we go to 39? No, that's fine. And we're going to request the wind data as well. That's very good to know. We've got 16 tons of fuel apparently. Well, let's just wait for the winds, and then we'll find out how much fuel we have when we arrive. We'll load that in, execute it, and yeah, about 20 tons of fuel. Wow. PFPX did really go overhaul on that. Anyway, that can go to the legs page, and that can stay there now. We'll go to the other side, and here we go. Our reference speed's already in there, so let's see 185. It does. That's fine. Let's set 186. That's what the EFB's told us to do, isn't it? Yeah, so I think it knows best. Flight directors can go on. LNAV, VNAV. We will set the runway heading, which is 265. Like so. And we will set the initial climb for this departure, which is going to be, I don't know, because yes I do, I'm lying. It's 10,000 feet, which is already set for the jets. I got mixed up, sorry. I got confused. It said prop 5,000, like what does that mean? But yeah, it said next to it jet 10,000 for initial climb. Apparently props fly out of Paris, so that's interesting. Or Paris Charles de Gaulle, that is. Anyway, so 10,000 feet our initial climb. There is a checklist we should do as well. So let's go and test our oxygen. We're the only person flying this plane, so I guess the one that might go back up. Is that a fault? Maybe. Huh. That's weird. okay. It's just us flying today. That's fine. Boarding complete. Wonderful. Let's get the APU started up. And then we'll close out the doors. Data link active. So here we go. We've got the UE status. And 6th of July. That's actually in the sim. The time in the sim. Because I'm pre-recording this video. And the last time this flight actually did this flight was on the 6th of July, so I kind of want to replicate its exact times. Anyway, I'm actually recording this on the 9th of July, and this video might come out on, I don't know, probably like the 16th. We'll find out when you're watching it. FS actions, ground connections, no, ground doors, close all. And once they're all closed, we'll click arm all. Let's go to ground connections here. Once the APU starts up, actually, it will disconnect everything. So, arm all, like so. I'm just waiting for these to close. And then we go to ground connections. APU's running, so APU generators can go on. Like so. Come back down here. We will go and, well, set those parking brakes. There we go. Remove the wheel chocks, and we'll tell GSX that we want to go and get a pushback. Those jetways should go away. Yes, I've got no concern then. I thought they weren't going to go away. And there we are. So GSX is going to get connected up. It's not a new fancy tug that GSX got updated with. Well, that doesn't sound, that's not very good English. GSX got an update and there's a new tug, but sadly, I'm not getting that to be used today. And that is terrible English again. It's late for me. It's not even late actually, it's 20 to 9 UK time for me. UK time, what does it matter? Okay, I've just cleared my brain. I hope I don't speak random nonsense anymore. So GSX is good to go. Let's just double check that we're good to go. So overhead pass, we're all good, APU's on. External power and everything, well, it's, yeah, everything's removed. So that's all good. This can go to the UE status. Yes, we are good for a pushback. So let's go and release the parking brake.
Clear behind.
In fact, I didn't check if anyone was behind us.
Is clear. Clear to start engine.
They're not taxiing there, so yeah, we're fine. Well, as long as GSX doesn't push us into that taxiway and it completely misses this one, then we'll be fine. So. Right, let's get the engine started. So, auxiliary, hydraulics, auto. We go to the fuel section. All of these pumps can go on. Let's just double check if we got fuel in the stab. Oh, I forgot to do this. It's before start. We got no fuel in the stab or the centre. Oh, right. Okay, so that can go off. And what we'll do, go back to the checklist and finish it off. So, flat the door, close and locked, blah, 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 blah. You can, like, can now go on to both. And now the packs can go off, ready for the engine start. There we are. Now up to speed with that. So, starting number 4 and 3. That's all coming live. Starting 4 and 3. There we are. Here comes the power. Oh, GSX is going to do something stupid. I can see it coming. Or not. Yeah, maybe it's gone past, and yeah. I kind of want to tell GSX to stop here, because it may push us into the road off the bridge. No, I'm going to tell it to stop here. Oh, hello. When I say that, everything goes mental. Okay, I tried to stop the pushback by clicking Shift P, and then I clicked pause by accident. So there we are. Right, we're back. Parking brake has been set. Well, I did it on my joystick, so you didn't see me actually setting that. Sorry. In fact, I'm going to initialize the flight on there. There we go. Cool. Right, let's go start number 1 and 2. Well, the GSX, is ending. Let's get going. So starting number 1 and 2. There we are. I might need to make a GSX config for this airport because the jetways are a little messed up at certain views. They kind of wash out. So does the airport scenery do that. It looks like they're very washed out, but not when you get like how it's very washed out on that top jetway. It's super weird. These are so jetways. I never know so jetways to do that. Yeah. Right. FMC message. So that means FMC message. Is it telling me to do? I know what it is. It is this. We'll load that up. There we go. There's nothing there. There it is. Right, cool. Transition altitude, didn't actually set that. That is 5,000 in Paris. Like so. And I can go back to the takeoff
Clear
page.
left and clear right. This is
Cool.
complete now. Have a good flight. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, GSX, for all of your wonderful pushing back skills. Right, APU doesn't need to be on anymore, so that can go off. The start switch is just clicked. Hydraulics can go all to auto. And we can do the flight control check. So, we go to the stat page. Oh, there is none. Oh no, there is. It's on, not in the 737. There's an actual flight control page. Right, full left, full right. Or didn't actually. Is that not going all the way to the right? All the way down? Unless that's the way it is in the 7. I say 7.8. 7.478. And rudders have got full movement. Elevators have got the full movement. Ailerons seem to be maxed out. I mean, it does say on the inbound and outbound that they'll fall out. In fact, I bet you it's the spoilers that go all the way. Yes, okay. Right, spoilers have been checked. Cool. Right, flaps 10. Set, or setting, I guess you could say. And we'll go back to the checklist page. And before taxi checklist, anti-ice not needed, recall is just the TCAS, autobrake RTO, flight controls checked, ground equipment is clear, cool. Before takeoff checklist, right. It's park and brake. Let's just get lined up with the taxiway. It gives a bit of power. There we are. Not too much. And then we'll get the taxi light on. And we'll taxi to the runway. Got the nice airport maps to help us around Paris, which is lovely. And luckily, we're not taxiing too far. I guess it's the mid-taxi length, I guess you could get at Paris. So I got the taxi light on. I'm going to keep round about this power just to keep us taxiing up to speed. Around about 20 knots will do. There's the outside view. Cinematic. Lovely. The good old tail view, as everyone loves it. Right, so I'm not sure if we should taxi on the south or north taxiway. Well, it's not actually called south and north, it's something. But this is Echo on the left, so let's take Echo. Because why not? We'll slow down for its turn, otherwise we're going to be throwing passengers into the right side of the plane, which we don't want. Actually, I was in Oxford the other day, and this truck had to do an emergency stop, and max 20 knots. Why? Okay, it literally is telling you not go by 20. Anyway, this truck had to do an emergency stop on the roundabout, and all of its contents went to one side of the the truck. Sorry, too much flight simming. Everything becomes an aircraft in your life. Yeah, all the contents, all the drinks and whatever was in the truck or lorry, whatever you want to call it, got shoved over to one side, and and those things are spilling out and everything. So yeah, if you ever see that in the real world, then you know what happens when you turn around a corner at 50 knots in an aircraft. You know what happens to all the passengers inside. So just don't do that in flight sim. Not realistic. Right, so we're going to taxi up here. This bridge looks very safe. Please don't fall through it. No, we're good. Wonderful. So this is a lonely Air France 777. So sad. Look, that looks like there's a smiley face on it. A little. Whatever. Right, so we're going to continue taxiing up Echo. No, this is not echo anymore. I can try and taxi at the same time. I'm going 25 knots. I think it said like max 20. We're going against the rules. Does that like say Delta or something? I can't really tell. Quebec, I think that means. Maybe. Let me just check the charts. It'll be easier. Yeah, it's Quebec. And then we'll turn right on Quebec 6, and that'll take us to 27 left for our departure runway. Wonderful. Before takeoff checklist is completed. And that's the after takeoff checklist. Awesome. We're all good for our takeoff. Just a bit of a taxi now. Yeah, this is just the lonely part of the airport. It's just runways and just grass. Actually, there's a terminal over there actually. But yeah, it's just flat land. Runways and taxiways, nothing else. Cabin already, wonderful. That's good to know. There's no passengers being silly. Down the hold. Not the hold. Whatever. You know what I mean. So yeah, Quebec 6 so it's just about to come up now. And 0.25 miles, apparently, according to this. So just keep on taxiway. Oh yeah, we'll take the right. And then we should see 27 left. I should say 27 left on there. So let's hope it does. Awesome. Right, we don't need to use this anymore actually, so we can zoom out on that. We get rid of the airport stuff. And data's already on. I'm going to turn on weather. Oh, sorry, when we get closer to the runway, or lining up with the runway basically. Nice little nose cam. Everyone loves that. We're taxiing at 17 knots. Seems like we're taxiing a lot slower than that. Let's put a bit of brakes on. And we'll start the right turn. Bit too aggressive, is it? Nah, that's alright. There we are. Cool. Right. There shouldn't be any aircraft landing this runway because this is not a landing runway. But we will check anyway. Nope, there isn't any on there. Get the weather radar on. What we'll do is set TGAS to T8RA. And I'll just double check for us if there's no aircraft. No, there isn't. Wonderful. You can see our departure. Doing a straight right hand turn. We should be flying. Well, we won't be seeing Paris. It's a bit cloudy today, but if it wasn't cloudy, we should be able to see the airport. But hey ho. Right, let's get the landing lights on. And the runway turn offs. The taxi light can go off, and the strobe light can go on. Oh, we didn't turn on the packs, but luckily I saw them now. I did say down there actually. And there we are. Let's land out the runway. Slowly, but steadily. 9 knots. What I love about Paris, or the scenery, is just all these bridges and tunnels and whatnot you get here. Absolutely awesome. Okay. Everything is good to go. No, it's not. I did this in the 737, and I did it again in the 747. Flight controls. Trim is going to be 6.8. Last minute trim check. There we go. Cool. Now I can go back to the checklist page. Now we can go. Let's bring in some power. That looks stable. Toga. There we are. Right, airspeed alive. It's kind of. It is alive. We're a large aircraft, so we call 100 knots. And there we are, 100 knots. Trying to keep in the centre line. Cool. Got plenty of runway, it's like 4.2 kilometers long, so we're all good here. And V1 rotates. So pitching about 5 degrees, make sure the main landing gear gets off the runway. before we tail strike. There we go. And continue all the way up. Gear up. And nav has been captured. Just wait for 3 nav. That'll be fine. That'll be coming in about 1,500. Oh, no, now apparently 800 feet. Yeah, that's right. Well, that's 1,500 feet about. Got the little bugs in the windshield. PMDG, sorry. Copying FS Labs. Flight Sim Labs. I love that feature though. This bug's gets splattered on the windscreen. Or windshield, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely awesome. Right, acceleration altitude. Pitch the nose down a bit. Should be getting this right turn soon. To climb our way out of Paris. Charles de Gaulle Airport. Come on. Let's get that right turn. It's like, there we go. It was also slightly to the right. I think it was because of that wind there. Cool. Oh, we do need to pitch up though. That's the left a bit. You know, I'm gonna put the autopilot on. It's so much better than me. Alright. Command left. Autopilot engaged. Right, once that speed is past the flap 5 debug, I'm going to bring all the flaps up and we should be all clear on the speed there. So here we are, flaps coming all the way up now. Wonderful. Okay, so transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Just waiting for the aircraft to get up to speed, and then the aircraft will start climbing again, hopefully. Just needs for it to get up to its climb speed. I know max speed restriction is about 250 knots in well, everywhere basically, but because we are a heavy aircraft, I think this is true that we do get like some sort of special clearance to go above that speed restriction. So obviously you can see it's going about 273 for our climb under 10,000 feet, and obviously once we go past 10,000 feet it should be a bit faster than that, I hope. So yeah, 273. After takeoff checklist is completed. Wonderful, there's our climb starting again. And that checklist can now go until the descent. Awesome. Another right turn. We should have a bit of Paris in the background over there. It's a power station as well. I think it's a power station. I could be wrong. Let's take some screenshots because they are always amazing, especially when you're flying the Queen. Alright, let's zoom out on here. And on here, that looks all good. Well, we passed 5,000 feet quite a while ago, actually. It's like a standard. And here you can see, here's our automatic flight time and block time. So you're out and in, out and off. So out's when we start the push, well, close the doors, and off's when we obviously take off. Very useful, actually. Anyway, climbing at 3,000 feet per minute. Wow. I thought it'd be a lot heavier than that, to be honest, but apparently not. Apparently not. 7,000. We're going to continue up to 10,000 for the video, just for now. We'll turn off the landing lights. The turn-offs can go off. I think they're on the nose landing gear, because we've got these two outbound ones, or the inbound and outbound landing lights. I think the turn-offs are on the landing gear, or the nose landing gear, sorry. So they don't really play a role anymore, so they can just get turned off, like so. There's 8,000 feet. We should actually. There's Paris on the right, down there. Oh, that was awesome. See in a bit and kind of see what's happening. There's 9,000 feet about to pass. And there we are. And then, oh, clear us after 10,000. The initial climb. Let's continue up to our cruise. 330 is our cruise. Well, our starting cruise. Obviously, we've got the step climbs mid-flight. There we are. And there is 10,000 feet passing. All the landing lights are now off. Wonderful. And look, now we've got free speed. up to 351 knots. Awesome. Obviously the aircraft's going to slow down a bit on its accelerate. Oh god. On its ascending rate, I guess you could say. Climb rate. Not ascending, climb. Just until it gets it up to speed of 351 knots. And then it will start climbing again. So yeah. I can't wait to get to Seoul Incheon Airport. It's absolutely amazing. It's a really good airport and scenery. I really do recommend it. So if you're planning on getting some new scenery in the future, or near future, and you haven't got any scenery around the sort of northeast Asia sort of area, definitely recommend to get this airport. Right, I'm gonna have to leave you now. There's not much to do now, basically. Watch the aircraft climb to cruise, monitor it in its cruise. Well, obviously turn off the seatbelts as well in the cruise, but so not much to do. Pretty boring from now on, other than the views and actually just being in a plane, especially the Queen. But yeah, you guys get to see a little quick 2-minute, 3-minute clip of the cinematics, the exterior of the aircraft. Enjoy that. I'll see you in the descent, and hey guys, welcome back into the descent into Seoul Incheon International Airport. Just passing flight level 150 on our descent. Didn't want to put the seatbelt signs on without you, but it's a bit stupid of me, so let's do it now as soon as possible. And we are currently on one of the arrivals. It's called Repit 1 November arrival, and the arrivals into this airport is very interesting. Like, they all seem to come towards the south. I think there's a sort of restriction going on towards the north side of the airport. So North Korea is basically. So I'm assuming that's why everything comes down from the south normally, and then we come back up north for our arrival into runway 16. Luckily we put those seatbelt signs on just in time. We got a bit of turbulence. I'm going to put this into flight level change, as you just saw me do, and we're going to descend at 230 knots. I'm going to set this heading to roughly our current heading, and yeah, this arrival gets us around like a little circle sort of direction, and obviously you come back up north and then back down again. 140 was the transition altitude. Current QNH at Seoul is 1006, so we'll quickly set that amongst all of this turbulence. So yeah, we're going to go to flight level change because I don't really want to do the whole sort of like looping around here. So down to 9,000 feet, and then what we'll see is that maybe we do some sort of directs, or if we can skip some sort of waypoints or something. I doubt we can do that because well, if we put the VNAV on, it's probably going to be the same. So yeah, that whole plan that didn't go to plan, I guess. The airport's somewhere in that distance, but there's clouds, so we can't really see it. In fact, just in this sort of area. Can't see it yet. Hopefully the clouds aren't too low. Apparently there are a few at 3,000 feet, but they're mainly scattered at 9,000 feet apparently. So hopefully it should be good. I don't need that drag required anymore. So, the minimums for runway 16, let's go and put that in to the barra reference, if I can go and grab it up from the charts. It is going to be 223, so what's that, 223 on the barrow. Don't know why it starts like negative 90 or whatever, 223. Oh wow, just scored way too far. 250. I like the scroll. But you don't get that in this anymore. 223. There we go. Yeah, the 737. There's a. I think there may be an option in this as well, but the 737 comes default when you can scroll this wheel, and I prefer that a lot more than just holding it down and like moving it. Anyway, we are about to pass 10,000 feet as well, so we will go and get the landing lights and pass. We'll get them on when we pass that. And we're also going to be setting our 5,000 feet into the MCP here, because that's our next waypoint, and that's 5,000 feet and above. Then after that, we will go down to 2,600 when we should be on the ILS, and we just have an airport loaded in. There's Seoul International Airport. We're expecting to park actually somewhere in that area, so I think we'll be good. And there's a city in the distance as well. That's going to load in the meantime. And there's 10,000 feet, so landing lights coming on. All the landing lights, all the lights. So let's go show landing. We're going to not airport search. I'm just going to copy FMC data because it's currently dry. The current winds on the ground are. Oh, I put the wrong key. Not external keyboard. There we go. It's going to be 70/13, so quite strong. 3 knot headwind, 30 knot crosswind, and I've got some bad turbulence again. 1006, and it's 30 degrees. Temperature's too high. Is that the temperature? Oh right. So I just saw the O and went. I thought that said Q, so I was like, that must be right. Yeah, it's not 1,000 degrees Celsius. Right, there we go. Flats 30, air conditioning on, anti-ice off, calculate, and that should all be happy. It does say 158 in there, but we are going to do what it says because we've got that crosswind. Can we do that? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Let's get some drag out because it's not descending properly. So bring out some spoilers, speed brake. What do they call it here? Speed brake. Cool. Wonderful. Yeah, so it's a pretty strong crosswind. Was it 30 knots? Yeah. With 3 knot headwind. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That will be some crab. When we get lined up the runway, you'll see how much the aircraft is going to be crabbing. Alright, what's our current flight time? Almost 10 hours. Pretty much on time. This turbulence is super bad, we're not even seeing it. Right, let's go down to 210. And we'll continue down to 2,600. I'll bring out all the maximum speed brake possible. And as soon as we're out of this turbulence, everything should be a bit better. In terms of like descent rate and well, just bouncing about. It's not nice. Not nice at all. There's an aircraft over there. Can't really tell what it's doing though. You can really see the engine shake here. And this turbulence. And that's where you know it's bad. Right. Sorry, let's clear my throat then. We go first set of flaps. I think I go flaps 5, I think we're safe to do that. And what we'll do, we'll just get the aircraft down to 180 knots, so like, yeah, 180 will do, because we're pretty sure it's like 158, so that will do. And just the flaps coming out will do a good amount of deceleration. Right, we do need to clear all of this up. The water break is not done, sorry. We'll do water break 1, vacating at the end, now temperatures are done. Cool. We'll just let the aircraft try and do its thing. Yeah, this aircraft, is it like, yeah, I think it has taken off out of that runway. I mean, Ultra Traffic Live, not so good on things right now. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to grab that glide slope. It's going to be tight. I want to go into heading select here. Luckily, that aircraft is not even climbing. Just staying at that altitude, but that altitude is 2,600. Now they're slowly going towards the right, so that seems to be fine. If we don't grab it, we're gonna have to just keep circling around because the glide slope's not even showing up on this display. And obviously, we are rather fast right now, but we could always bring it around. We can always come back. Who knows? Yeah, it doesn't want to descend. It's got the localizer, but I doubt we're going to get that glide slope. Oh, actually, we may get that glide slope. We go to vertical speed. Let's bring it right down. Bring the gear down for extra drag. There we go. That's the glide slope. We may, in fact, be able to land this. Let's go next set of flaps. Flaps 10. I think we can do this, actually. Not bad. Let's just hope no one's on the runway, because otherwise we're going to have to turn off Ultra Traffic Live. But, yeah. There we are. I'm bringing the speed brake back in. Now on the speed brake. And there we are. We've in fact made it. There's 11 miles. Nice configured early. Wonderful. We'll take that. That's good. Cabin are ready for the landing. Wow, now out of turbulence, ready for the landing. Awesome. So, let's just go and zoom in here. Yes, there doesn't seem to be any AI on the runway or going to be lining up soon, so we should be good with that. 2500 checked. Well, didn't see it when I said 2500 because I was too busy looking to see if the runway was clear. Anyway, ooh, thanks man. Yeah, the performance at this airport is amazing. It's really smooth, so really recommend the scenery in the city as well. In the distance, look at that. I think got the bridge. I don't know the name of that bridge, but the scenery is amazing. Right, let's get the autopilot disconnected. Let's just tick that, sorry. There we are, autopilot disconnected. My aircraft. We'll get the autothrottle in because that will just go to idle once we get down close to the ground. So all we can do is just keep the aircraft so descending. There's the crab. Let's see if we get a nice screenshot here. Lovely. Okay, right, enough of the screenshots. The eye candy. Actually, one more. Oh, yes. Right. Let's bring the nose up a bit. Just a tad to the right. Not too far up, actually. Always use a trim to help you, though. Just for minor movements. Because sometimes that is a bit better. So I'm doing a bit of trim as I speak. Trying to overcompensate. There we are.
1,000.
1,000. Right. It's a bit further down. We're like constantly above the glide slope right now. There we are. Now we're getting back on it. Now it's basically fully visual from now on. And 1.6 we go. down. I know, like in the 747, you should be seeing 3 whites, 1 red, but the way the sim works, we still actually have to look out for 2 reds, 2 whites. I know in the real world you would look out for 3 whites, 1 red, but like I said, in the sim, it's not like that. What's that, like cutting in the half of the runway? Is that like some sort of patchwork? Continuing. Oh, there we go. It's gone now. Oh, I may have just ballooned the nose then. I did balloon the nose. That's fine, we've got plenty of runway. Just keep it coming in.
30, 20, 10.
And come on the ground please. And touchdown. Lovely. The grease and the float cancels out. So it's a perfect landing. There we are. So decel, idle reverse. Slowly bring the aircraft to a nice steady, slow speed. Awesome. Welcome to Seoul Incheon International Airport. Let's bring into forward idle and release the auto brakes. And braking. And we'll just disarm that. Awesome. Here we are. I'm going to park over there somewhere. Need to first find out what stand number they are. But let's vacate left. Set the aircraft down a bit. Don't want to vacate left at 20 knots. That speed will do. Round we go. All the landing lights can go off. Oh, that's not the landing light. Well, there was the landing light. It's turned it off and on. There we are. Tax light can go. I can keep the turn on. Strobe off. APU on. To start. With the radar can go off. And traffic. And TCAS. Trying to taxi as well. Go to standby. There we are. Flight directors can go away. Otherwise, that will keep moaning at us. And yeah, we'll find a taxi along here. Right, it's clear up, so we break in. All the flaps up. There we are. Oh, oversteer there. After 10 hours, welcome. 10 hours flight. Awesome. Let's go and continue taxiing. Well, we're currently on November apparently, so we'll go down November and then we're going to be parking near that 777 was parked actually. Very close to that, I want to say. Because when I departed out of Incheon by myself, like non-recording or streaming, that's why I parked, so I kind of felt I think I just want to go there because I think I know that's just definitely where the 747s park. Let's try not to go above 30 knots here on our taxi speed. I think idle will actually do for us today. So I do need to find out what stand numbers that is. I think it's like a 2-3 something. If it is 2-3 something, then I am amazing at remembering. It is 2-3. Wow, it's 2-3-2 or 2-3-3 will do. Any of those. So let's go and select one of them. Went too far there. 2-3-2. There you go. 232 like the Airbus A320 232. Handling by Korean Airlines. Wonderful. Okay, AP is running. Awesome. So I'll just taxi up to this next one. Oh, not like next one. This is technically the next one, but the one after, and I'll take a right, and we should be sort of parallel something to 232 or straight in taxi. But thinking about it, the 777 may taxi up here. It may not do. We'll see. Hopefully, if it does, there is some sort of wing clearance because there's 2 taxiways. Hopefully, our clearance is fine with the wing tips. Love this view. Absolutely gorgeous. Seeing the GE NXs. Amazing. Terminal 2. Right. Let's take a right. Yeah, in fact, it's basically a straight in parking. Slow the aircraft down a bit. bit more, faster. And let's turn it around. That will do. Yeah, I should have went to 2, 3, 1, and that would be a straight in. Park. Right, let's get all the lights off, don't need them anymore. And we don't want to blind anyone inside the terminal, or even actually just on the ground, marshalling around. So apparently actually we have a marshaller, so that's interesting. There's no safe dock at this scenery. I'm assuming that's true then. There's not even a safe dock at all. And yeah, it's GSX level 2, so I think it's the different masters you can get this time. Sorry. So it could be a woman, could be someone other than, well, the if you know Chewy94, as he calls him, Gary. Oh, I think it's the women this time. I can't quite tell. I mean, they're quite small compared to where we are right now in this massive behemoth. Oh no, Queen. Sorry, I meant Queen. I hope the aircraft didn't hear me say behemoth, whatever. Yeah, it's the woman. So let's just go and park it in. It could be wrong though. I don't think this has got a GSX config, so let's be wary of where we're parking. Basically right at the end. But she could be correct. But yeah, I just want to be wary every time. I have a feeling that she could be rather correct. Oh, just see the tip of her head now. Ah! Oh, we just went over. Okay, no. It's close, it's close. Right, set the parking brake. We'll get the AP generators on. Yeah, we haven't actually stopped yet. She wants us to keep them going further. And the fuel can get cut off from the engines. Oh no, the engines get cut off from the fuel, sorry. There they are, the engines now shutting down. Awesome. Okay, all the fuel pumps can now go off. Cross feeds can go back on. All of the hydraulics can go off now. And the beacon light off. Oh. And the seatbelts as well. Go and request deboarding, and I forgot how many people are on. I think it was like 390. Just going to double check. 390 indeed. Oh, did I actually type that in? I can't type into that. Oh, I can't even click enter now. That's so weird. GSX is not responding. Well, this has just been a fun ending, isn't it? Dock to door 1. Dock to door 2. Does that work? It may do. Let's go and open up the cargo doors, because we know we can open those up. Right, disarm all the doors as well. And open up the cargo doors. Get the external power active. AP can go off. And there we are. Packs aren't working, so they can just go off anyway. Right. Oh, that so jetway isn't even moving. That's fine. We'll just get door number 1 on. So 390 people coming out of one door. Yay. Anyway, to call it a day, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and the flight itself. It's about the little GSX, a wonderful. Well, it's not GSX being buggy actually. It was PMDG being buggy, because I don't remember actually turning on the external keyboard. I could go inside the terminal here to enter in all the values into the EFB, which is why GSX didn't recognise my keyboard, because PMDG was taking all of the stuff, I guess you could say. But yeah, that was fine, nothing wrong with that, the flight. Landing rate, if you want to know what that was minus 184. It was a very nice landing. And yeah, that smooth landing, like I said, counteracts with the floater there. So nothing wrong, I guess. So I passed on my landing test. No, it wasn't a landing test. Whatever. Okay. Right. I'm tired. And I'm just talking rubbish now. So I'm going to go now. Have a nice rest of your day. Or whatever happening. Or nice evening. Or whatever. Whenever you're watching this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.